Welcome to the live. Welcome to the video. Wherever you are watching this at, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. I was talking a little bit without recording. I usually record all my lives. So I'm just going to have to recap what I was saying. I was telling my people the energy right now feels so present. It feels so strong. It feels so thick. Like you can feel exactly what's going on. And I was telling people that right now they may be sensing some type of like cold or like a cough or like some heat or like a fever, or their body could have recently went through something that was like, whoo, what is this? Like, just some of y'all had a lot of energy stuck in y'all body. Some of y'all had a lot of energy stuck in your field. And because you had some energy that was stuck in your field, that feeling that you was feeling within your body was it integrating that emotion. Like, I like to think about it like this. I was talking to somebody today. She was like, her lip gets hard when she doesn't rub the filler in because she got Botox in, right? And now that I'm thinking about it now, that's kind of like our energy. Like, if we don't maneuver, if we don't use it, if we don't let it flow through our body, through yoga, through working out, whatever the case, it can get hard and it can get stuck within our body too. And that stuck or that blockage of energy can cause pain. It can cause digestive issues, all these different things. And in that moment, we just thinking, oh, it's because you sick. Oh, your stomach just hurt because you ate something. You didn't eat nothing bad. You've been digesting your emotions terribly. You've been thinking you got headaches because of the thoughts that you've been having. A friend told me about this book called Power of Now, and apparently Eckhart Tolle was talking about when there is a lack of awareness on an emotion that you're feeling, it will show up within the body. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all are going through this, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because some of y'all have been activated. The feelings that you've been feeling have been activations. The feelings you have been feeling is your body going to another frequency. Some of y'all not as hungry as much. You get what I'm saying? Like, our bodies all have different ways of processing energies and frequencies, and only people with deep understanding is gonna catch what I'm saying. But I realized that that was something that was happening to me. My body was going through these activations. It's like my body was integrating. And when our body is integrating, that is the time to let it do its thing. It's almost like digestion. That is the time to let it do its thing. And while I was allowing it to do its thing, I started to get some clarity. It's almost like the digestion process. Once you finally stop digesting, you start to get some clarity. And the clarity that I received was pure reflection. Pure reflection. Everything that I would deem as wrong in my life happened because I created it. Period. Now, some of y'all may be like, duh. Yeah, you may say, duh. But you can know of something and still not really choose to do it because you don't 100% believe in it. Because if you 100% believed in the idea that your mind creates reality, you would have been taken off with it. So there's an aspect of yourself that doesn't truly believe just yet. And I realized that I was going through that. Now, let me tell you why. The reason why is because at one point in my life, my belief was the strongest, right? When I was young. And someone else's fear caught on to me. And I started carrying that fear. And I just recently had to really shed that. So some of y'all are carrying on emotions and feelings and thoughts and patterns and behaviors and habits that are not even yours, but became yours because of your environment and because of the people that you were around. Trust me, your environment, you created it, but the people around you, you have to be mindful of who you mirror or who you attract, because eventually they're going to be your mirror. And you have to ask yourself, is this who I want to be my mirror? Is this what I want to reflect back to the world? You feel me? So as I'm going through this process, I started to recognize, you know what? I need to just really take full control over my mind. I need to not allow, what's up, Bree? What's up, Philip? I had to really not allow a thought to pass by that I didn't want to manifest. And sometimes we think, well, that's simple. That's not really the key. No, it actually is the key. That is the key, the master key. That is the first law in the Kabbalion, which is the law of mentalism. And the law of mentalism states that the all is mind. This has been one of my core principles to why I was able to receive the things that I have received and why I will continue to receive. Because as long as I can consciously think, I can create. As long as I have thought, I can create. Any circumstance that you have in your life right now, you can 100% change. You could heal yourself. You could change your whole life. If you broke, you can create a whole new life for yourself if you really lock into that journey. Because once you take that journey, that is an uncomfortable journey that you're going to go through. You're literally going to go inside of yourself and fight your old self. And it's going to be crazy because your old self knows your weakness. Your old self knows what makes you tick. Your old self knows all your L's, your losses. You also know your buttons. So you have to learn how to not react to the things that used to make you react. And a lot of the things that you view and deem as negative in your life isn't actually as negative as you think it is. It's only reflecting what you've been thinking. That's it. That's it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. That's it. So, sorry, y'all. My nose is like itching. So, I got a couple of things that I have written down. I've been reading, I'm going to tell you what books I've been reading. I've been reading Master Key System. I've been reading Neville Goddard. I've been reading a lot of books to really stir up my mind and to remind me. A lot of these books that I'm reading, I've already read thousands of times, but I'm rereading them because it's something about, they're like my foundation of why I had the belief system that I had. You get what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into it. Don't mind my dog, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. I got a few things I want to talk about. Okay. You ready? Okay. So, first thing that I really want you to understand is, number one, you have to take full responsibility for what's going on. None of this is going to happen until you take full responsibility. So you have to tell yourself, you know what? Everything that's happened is because I did it. It's because of the way that I was thinking. I was allowing negative thought to come in. So, let's go ahead and get into it. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was I am. Hold on, I got to restart this live. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm not going to restart it. I'm going to keep it going. I was going to restart it, but no, I'm not. All right, here we go. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was I am. Not as sound vibrating through air, but as the primordial recognition that births all worlds. Now let's talk about that word, I am. We hear that so much. I am this, I am that, I am. And I think that we really need to take a step back and say, wait, what is I am? Who is I? Right? I learned today on a deeper level, and I've taught about this before, that the I is not you, the ego. I think the ego would be considered me, right? The I is the consciousness that's observing. I was like, damn, that's deep, right? But then I think about it, third eye. You know what I'm saying? They say the pineal gland looks like an eye. That's something that I used to always talk about, 2020, 2021. And this is really just a reminder, y'all. This is really a reminder to take a step back and really remember, hold on, I'm really that nigga. You feel me? So let's continue. Before form emerged from the void, before stars ignited in cosmic darkness, there existed only this, the pure awareness that declares itself into being through the sacred utterance of its own existence. We are creators. We are creators. We are able to create whatever we want. Whatever we want. But the problem is that we get in our own way. We entertain doubt. We entertain fear. We've been creating this whole time. You've been creating this whole time. You've just been creating something that's not really what you want. You've been creating out of ignorance. And you get on these cycles where you get addicted to that creation. Or you lose control of that creation because you lose control of your emotions. You entertain the things that are not good for you. You hang around the people that are not good for you. And what does that do? That only brings you more things that are not good for you. It's like an algorithm. The more I like this type of post, the more I get that kind of post. All right? You who are hearing these words carry within your chest the same creative fire that painted galaxies across the heavens. Yet you have forgotten. You have allowed the world to convince you that you are merely flesh witnessing reality, rather than consciousness creating it. Once you get back to the point where you're like, hold on, I am one with the creator. And everybody that comes up to you is literally just a reflection. Just a reflection. Look at everybody as a reflection and see what are they reflecting back to you. You have allowed the world to convince you that you are not in control. Forgetting this is not an accident. You got to think about this like the Matrix. You're Neo. And the world is like filled with Mr. Smiths. They don't want you to know how powerful you are. They don't want you to know what you could really do. They don't want you to know that, because once you know that, it's over for them. You've assumed all of your powers, and now you're just creating, and you're not addicted to their loops, and you can't feed them energy. When they know that you know, it upsets them. So they get very desperate, and they try to get you to forget. They try to get you to give up your power. Okay? So it's an awakening. You have to go through this awakening where you realize, you know what? Let me stop. Like, it's like that moment when Neo died and came back to life. He was like, hold on. I could bend this shit. He was like, bitch, this is my realm. This is my realm. That's what it felt like. It felt like he was like, hold on. Give me that shit. That's what it felt like, right? So then, let's continue. Your I am is not separate from this cosmic I am. It is the same creative force localized in your awareness. The same divine projector operating through your individual consciousness. What that means is the same energy that God used to create this realm is the same energy that you're going to use to create your dream reality. The same energy, the same magic, the same shade, the same sparkles is the same shit that you use, because you are one with the creator. You are one with the creator. Period. You created yourself. You are a version of yourself. So when you spew out hate, you're only hating yourself. Because it's you. You created this realm. This your big ass Sims world. And you living through all these different characters you created. So if you like, you know what? This character over here, I want them to be in a mansion. Let's see what their storyline look like. You could do that for yourself. You can do that for yourself. This is when you start thinking bigger than this is when you start thinking bigger than the construct. This is when you start thinking bigger than just yourself. Remember when the people say think outside the box? It almost makes me think outside the body. Like, can you think outside of your body, outside of this limitation? You start to access something else. You start to interact with something else the moment that you start thinking outside of this body. That's why some of the meditations is for you to feel the energy that is immediately outside of you. You doing that too, I've noticed, also sends your electromagnetic field outwards. That's why some people, when they meditate more, they become more magnetic. It's simply because their energy has become more, it's like their Wi-Fi network is stronger. You know, when your Wi-Fi network is stronger, it can be reached in different places. Hell, your damn Wi-Fi can go to the neighbors. That's when your shit strong. You feel me? Like, your shit strong. That's how your shit is. Your shit like 8G, solar, bitch. You know what I'm saying? The justified negative emotions make it hard though. The justified, no, it's not justified. It just feel good. For some reason, that negative emotion feel good. It's comfortable. It's something you want to be mad. You want to be mad. You get what I'm saying? Like, certain emotions can become addicting. Do you understand that? Certain emotions can become addicting. And every emotion that you entertain is what you're going to bring more towards you. You know what's addicting? The feeling of like a happiness that feels like ecstasy. That's addicting. That's why people chase it instead of receiving it naturally. Some of y'all are on artificial happiness, artificial satisfaction. Artificial satisfaction. You're not on real happiness, because if you was on real happiness, you would easily be able to recreate it. Or you would be entertaining that more and more. You wouldn't want to feel that negative. Anyways, let's keep going. I'm getting off track. Anyways, you've honestly just forgot. You forgot your power. That's all. You just forgot your power. So when you declare, I am wealthy, I am loved, I am powerful, you are not making wishful statements. You are engaging the fundamental technology of reality creation. You have to think about I am like a code, like Control Alt. You have to realize AI is really us. We're technology. We are the original AI. We are the original AI. We are the original computer. We're the original one with the memory. We're the original one that can have downloads. We're the original ChatGPT. Do you know, I was reading this book today. I think it was Master Key System. And it says that your mind can be very powerful. You just have to know how to direct it. And I was like, damn, that's what they be saying about AI. They said AI is powerful, but you got to know how to prompt it. And I'm like, damn, that sounds like our brain. Your brain is powerful. You just got to know how to use it. It's like that one little baby son when he said his car was so expensive, he didn't even know how to make that shit go. I was like, I don't even know how to make that shit go. That's your brain. Your brain's so powerful, you don't even know how to make that shit go. You every time you hit the gas a little bit on your ability, you scare yourself. That's how powerful you are. Imagine how much access you've been cutting off from yourself, all because of your fear to shine, all because of your fear to be successful. Okay? So, use the word I am more strategically. It is literally a code. It's like Control Alt, and then whatever you press, delete, escape, whatever the fuck, it all got different things that they do. So let's continue. I am that I am. This was not introduced but instruction. The revelation that existence itself is an act of continuous self-declaration. The more you declare of yourself, the more you create. Okay? All right? I feel like this shit is so deep. Like, once you really tap into your possibility, once you tap into your potential, you just stop stressing shit. Like, I feel like the moment I tuned, everything started coming to me more effortless. You're overworking yourself because of your lack of belief. You're overworking yourself because you don't think you're doing enough, because you think you're not good enough yet. And some people, they build their belief system up like that. They create evidence physically. But it's something about seeing your mind conspire, synchronicities that shock you, that's just like, whoa. You cannot try to discredit it when you're receiving some of the synchronicities that you're receiving. Some of these synchronicities be like, what the you know what I'm saying? And some of y'all, it's not that you're unsuccessful, you're just unaware of your success. And the success won't show up the way you want it to until you become aware of it. It's not the other way around. Some people are like, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, you're never going to believe, because you have to believe it to see it. You know? I don't know. I feel like I've just had a lot of deep thoughts, and at some point you really just look at everything and realize that everything really is just a reflection. If there is something that you don't like about your life, you cannot be mad at nobody but you, because you created that. And one thing that I realized was that, like, I stopped I like I mean, I just started for real, but I realized I stopped getting mad at people, because I was just realizing that they were just reflecting back to me the old beliefs that I fed them of me. Does that make sense? Like, if you constantly show up to somebody speaking of lack, and then today you decide to be this abundant person, you can't be mad that when you talk to them tomorrow, they talking to you like you the lack version. That's who you've been around them. That's who you've been. You can't get mad that they're addressing you as how you wanted to be addressed before, whether you knew it or not. You want them to call you, all right, big baller. You need to act like big baller. So I don't even get mad at people. I just laugh, because maybe the old version of me did entertain that with you. So you think that that's our game now. You think that that's our reality, but bitch, I renounce that reality. I renounce lack. I renounce negativity. I renounce insecurity. I renounce it all. I only want to bring in abundance. I will only reflect abundance and positivity and gratitude. Don't be around a bitch that's always complaining. Be around somebody that's always grateful. Did you hear what I said? I just spit some crazy game just now. Don't be around a bitch that's always complaining. Be around a bitch that's grateful. Man, let's continue. Let's continue. The process of manifestation is not magic, but science. The science of consciousness. When you understand that reality is fundamentally mental rather than material, you begin to work with the actual creative forces of the universe rather than against them. I think that that's what some of y'all have been doing. I think that you've been working against your own energy without knowing it. And the reason why I think you've been working against your own energy is because I think you've been trained to. Let me know if I'm speaking facts, y'all. I think you've been trained to work against your energy. I think at one point you did work with your energy, but then you entered an environment that made you think that that was risky, scary. It's unreliable. Excuse me. My intuition is not unreliable, bitch. My intuition think I'm unreliable because my intuition is always on point. My intuition is always there. You get what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm saying that is to make you recognize that you've always known, but people tricked you out your spot. I like the word. I like the way that came out of my mouth. Tricked you out your spot. I feel like my brain is picking all the right words today. Right? So, and sometimes you trick yourself out your own spot and you let somebody else sit there because you forget your power. You give your power away. Sometimes people try to make you think that you need them. You don't need them. You have your own power. You have your own energy. I'm not going to say that you don't need anybody, because what I really mean, like, you need to work with people to get where you need to be. But you don't need anybody outside of yourself to create things, to make it happen. Okay? All right? As long as you are in alignment with yourself, you're going to attract the right people that need to be with you. And those who can't keep up the frequency will fall off. They will fall off. Okay? So, first comes the recognition. You are not in the world is in you. Your experience of reality is not happening to you, but through you. You are not a separate being trying to influence an external universe. You are the universe knowing itself through an individual. Hold on, this shit's so deep. I gotta say this again. You are not a separate being trying to influence an external universe. You are the universe knowing itself through an individual focal point of awareness. From this recognition springs the realization that what you call the outer world is actually the projection of your inner state. That's deep. Your circumstances are not the cause of your thoughts and feelings, but their effect. So at some point you gotta be like, all right, bitch, let me tighten up, bitch. Cause this is embarrassing, bitch, if it's me. I've been cutting motherfuckers off like it's them, bitch, it's me. I know. It's okay. It's a part of the process. It's okay. We about to change all that shit right now. Is this resonating for y'all? Drop the number 8 in the chat. Drop the number 8 in the chat. You said, is it me? Maybe. Hey, what that boy LeBron say? Maybe it's me. Drop a number 8 in the chat if this is resonating. That's what I'm talking about. Today is an 8 day, y'all. Today is an 8 day. I have a sale for y'all later on, but we'll talk about that later. All right. So let's continue. All right. So you are not a separate being. All right. We talked about that. From this record. Okay. We talked about that. When you truly grasp this reversal, you stop trying to change conditions to feel better and start changing your inner state to transform conditions. When you truly grasp this reversal, you stop trying to change conditions to feel better and start changing your inner state to transform conditions. The third eye becomes your workshop, imagination becomes your tool, and will becomes your power source. I like that. You hear me? I gotta highlight that. I use this tool. Listen, I use this tool. It's called Whisper. I talk into it and it turns it into text. So I just be channeling and it transcribes what I'm saying. In the sacred darkness behind your physical eyes, you construct the reality you desire with the same precision an architect uses to design a cathedral. That's how artistic your brain is. And you want to know how I could prove this to you? Everything that is created right now was first in someone's thoughts. Everything that is created right now, it was first in someone's thoughts. So do you know what that means? That the next piece of reality that you're going to be in, it's going to be from your past thoughts. Okay? That's deep, man. That's deep. I can be what I will to be. That's deep. Your throne awaits in the kingdom of your own consciousness. It is not a throne you must earn, but one you must remember. It's not a throne that you earn, but one that you have to remember. You have to remember that you are royalty. You have to remember that you are royalty. Whatever you say after I am will become. Okay? Be mindful of that. Be very mindful of that. Yeah, man. I think it's powerful. I think that shit powerful. And I think once you finally accept that you are that powerful, shit just gonna get crazy. You get what I'm saying? But listen, I have some very special things to get to tonight. So I'm not gonna do any type of reading or anything. But what I will say is that this is the beginning of our 90-day lock-in where we about to take it serious. Okay. The reason why I'm getting off is because I'm about to go make some videos for the mystery school to drop. I have a whole plan. Let me show you guys. Oh, I can't show you guys on here, but I have a whole fucking plan for the next 90 days. And I want to make sure that I'm completely ready for it. If you have not yet joined the mystery school, click the link in the bio. Click mystery school, Styx's mystery school. And I want you to go ahead and sign up. All right. Use the code mystery. It's only $10. Or you can download the app Styx Mystery School. You could download the app Styx Mystery School and you can sign up for it through there. Create an account and sign up through there. All right. But honestly, it's already day one and I already feel like a different person. I feel like I'm on a different frequency. I refuse to let anybody get in the way. Like I would, you could call me mean, you can call me rude, you can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me, but I'm gonna be living the life I want to live. Don't be afraid to protect. Don't be afraid to protect yourself from your old self. When people start coming at you with that negativity, and be prepared. Be prepared. Once you decide that you're gonna make this change, baby, be prepared. You for to start getting attacked from that old version. And the funny thing is, you're not going to be getting attacked from your old version like it's going to look like you. No, you're going to be getting attacked from everyone in your environment that interacted with your old version. And they're going to treat you like your old version. Give them grace. Give them grace and understand that you have to reintroduce yourself. But everybody's going to try to remind you of who you was and who you were. And you're going to have to remind them, hey, that's not me no more. That's not me no more, so don't bring that shit around me. Don't bring that shit around me. I am abundant. I am wise. I am love. And speak these things over yourself. But the key is to not just say it. The key is to believe it. But something that I read in Think and Grow Rich is that if you say it enough, you will believe it. That's why people, them liars, they really be lying so much that they actually believe their lies. And that's what you have to do. If you don't believe that you are wealthy, keep telling yourself you're wealthy till you believe it. Keep telling, because guess what? Your mind, it will reject the thought and then it will eventually accept it. Listen, y'all, listen, y'all don't know who y'all talking to. I've been studying the brain. Like, I'm gonna get a tattoo of a brain. I'm a 7 life path. 7 is the number of the genius. If you know numerology, then you know about this. This is all I do is study to understand myself and to understand the power that we hold. And after I found out that, not even found out, but excuse me, after I remembered what's possible, everything been coming so effortlessly. I don't have to try because I am. Bitch. I don't have to try because I am. Do you understand that? Like, that was so subconscious. I didn't even realize that. We just did a whole talk about I am. We just did a whole talk about I am. And I said, I don't have to try because I am. I am wise. I am abundant. You see, you have to code your life. Boy, I'm tapped into I'm tapped into not just this own individual's consciousness, but I'm tapped into the mass consciousness. And the reason why I say this is because I was wondering, I was like, dang, why it feels like I can't find the right word. It's because I was limited to my own thinking. You see, this is when they say, do not lean on your own understanding. Now, I'm not Christian, but I believe all religions have wisdom within them. And I understand now when they say lean not on your own understanding. They're saying lean not on your own understanding because you have access to an understanding that's greater than yours. And you're never going to understand thinking from your perspective. You're never going to understand thinking from your perspective. You have to have almost like this bird's eye view and think beyond your perspective. Real intelligence is to think beyond just how you may see things. You get what I'm saying? Like, look at the number 6 and 9. If I'm seeing the number 6 and you in front of me and you seeing the number 9, you're not wrong. Your perspective is not wrong. Your perspective is just your perspective, and my perspective is just my perspective. And your perspective comes from your angle that you're coming from. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just been thinking that that's really deep. Like I said, y'all, click the link in my bio and sign up for Sticks Mystery School. I'm definitely tapped into something beautiful. If you already have Sticks Mystery School, make sure to download the app Sticks Mystery School on the iTunes Apple Store. But I just stopped struggling. I stopped fighting. And I just accepted. Because the only thing I was fighting was myself. The only thing I was fighting was my own power. It's like going against the waves. Why? Why are you going against the waves when if you just surrender to them, it would be a nice ride? And a lot of times, damn near all the time, the waves take you right where you need to be. You know? I do also want to tell you guys that if you want to have a one-on-one with me, go ahead and DM me and we can set that up. DM me if you want to do a one-on-one. But yeah, man, I've been very tapped in. I feel like I've already mentally shifted. You guys are going to see what my shift looks like because the physical, you get what I'm saying? The physical has its own limitations to when you'll see it. But I'm in it. I'm in it. People, like some of my close people were telling me, you feel different. Your energy feels different. You feel like a different person. I am a different person. I am a different person. Funny enough, I actually have an ebook. I actually have an ebook that I wrote about manifestation too. And one of the things that I said in it was the all is mind. The all is mind. Your mind is in control. And once you learn how to use the mind, it'll benefit you greatly. It will benefit you greatly, you know? So, yeah, man, like I said, link in the bio, join Sticks Mystery School. And then the coupon code is mystery. All right. DM me if you need the link. DM me if you need to know how to get there. I also have magnetism class. One magnetism class is $99. Another magnetism class that's a little bit on the darker psychological tip is 200 something. Who knows? All right. But I love you guys, and later.